Oh, God, the dream... Put an album out on Spotify. God, that would be amazing.
We all have dreams.
Want to make money and do want to become rich. Really rich.
Finding a job.
I'm 27 and I haven't found a single job.
Falling in love.
The last time I had a girlfriend was at high school, which is like 20 years ago.
Even catwalk modelling. In this series, we meet a remarkable group of Kiwis.
Who wants to be normal anyway?
As they pursue their life goals.
Life's only short, like that famous saying.
Their ambitions are huge, and the obstacles even larger.
Oh, no.
You don't have to have the perfect body.
We follow their ups.
Hello, hello.
And their downs.
I don't want to do this.
As they embark on a search for their destiny.
To be alive is to feel the experience.
Can they tick off their bucket lists? One dream at a time.
I know that anything's possible. Putting it into action, that's the hard thing.
They will show how the secret to success...
Guess it's back to the drawing board.
...lies in never, ever...
Why did I choose to do this?
...giving up.
My biggest dream is to just... It's literally just to sing. It's just to be a musician. My dream is to just produce music.
The road to pop stardom is littered with broken dreams, but that's not deterring 15-year-old Annalise from Christchurch, even though she has more challenges than most aspiring pop stars. Annalise has Tourette's syndrome, a neurological disorder that causes muscle and vocal tics.
Sorry, okay. Tourette's is a bitch. It's like its own separate person. It's like your evil twin, basically. It's like it wants you to hurt yourself. It wants you to be mean. It wants you to be racist. It just, I don't know, it has a mind of its own. The sole purpose of me singing is because when I sing, I don't tic. That's why I do it 24/7.
She gets up and she starts to sing, and she's usually singing when she goes to bed because she sings herself to sleep. It's pretty much 24/7. But it stops her from ticking.
Activities like singing and playing music can stop tics, but it's not really understood why. Legend has it that even Mozart suffered from Tourette's. Annalise is in good company. It's a quality she shares with all of her bandmates.
So my band, The Lunatics, the pun, tics at the end. We all have Tourette's, we all suffer from Tourette's, but we all live in different parts of New Zealand. They're the only friends that really get me. Like, yes, I have friends at school, but people like Ava, Hannah, Connor and Ethan, I would trust them with my life. Ava's basically my best friend. So, how you been?
Penis.
You look like my next husband.
Penis.
Are your Tourette's like getting better or are they like getting worse?
Penis. They're getting better. They always get worse when I'm with you.
Yeah, same.
Guess what? I just started actually trying to write my first song when I was waiting.
Really? What's it about?
Yeah.
What's it about? Someone?
It's about, no, it's not about someone. It's sort of just about being second best all the time.
Ha! I look good, man.
My job.
What is your most embarrassing Tourette's moment?
I keep saying this lately where I say, masturbate with a spicy hot chicken wing, because it's such a long tick, and it's like you sort of start saying it, and everyone's like awkwardly looking at you, and you're just like, stop, it just keeps going. Masturbate with a spicy hot chicken wing.
From about the time she was 3, we sort of noticed these unusual characteristics. And even my parents described her as being like a Jekyll and Hyde. She'd be a different personality and start to rage, and the way she spoke was different. She just looked different, her mannerisms changed. She had a tic for a while there where she was stabbing everything into her forehead. So pencils, pens, she couldn't use anything at school. She couldn't use cutlery. She certainly couldn't give us scissors, anything like that. So that was bad. You can sit down, darling.
You right, love? It's okay, sweetheart. It's all right. Just sit yourself down. It's all right, honey. It's okay. It's all right, love. Would you like to have some time out, sweetheart? Okay, it's all right. It's all right.
Now at 15, she's probably at a point where this is her tics. This is what her tics are going to be like for the rest of her life. And we just have to find a place that fits with her and that she can fit into.
A square peg, Annalise has found her groove with the Lunatics. And this weekend, it's band practice, which is a big deal as all members live in different cities.
I mean, Mum organises everything, because we don't know how to do that. Ava can't make it, but the majority of people can make it. I mean, we have a guitarist and we have the drummer, so that's going to work. We only get together like 4 times a year, so this is like a pretty big opportunity. So I'm really excited, but yeah. The dream for the Lunatics. Put an album out on Spotify. God, that would be amazing. Just produce all of our songs that we've written. That would be great. It would be a dream of mine.
I love really watching the full contact sport in there, like the big hits and the physicality of the game in that. Yeah.
Daley is a rugby league fanatic and loyal supporter of his local Tokoroa team, the Pacific Sharks. Since being a kid, he's imagined playing the game.
Yeah, I wish I was out there.
But it's always felt like an impossible dream because he was born with cerebral palsy, a disability that affects his movement, muscle tone and posture.
Yeah, I'd give anything to be able to physically play.
It's his life. Yeah, league's his life. He follows it like this. It's a religion. Yeah, it's a religion for him.
If league is Daley's religion, then fortunately his girlfriend Cecilia attends the same church. She's also a fan and even used to play the game herself.
He does get down about it, and I wish I could play, or I wish I could be a part of a team, and I wish I could do things that they could do.
Thank you, brothers.
Growing up, Daley struggled to accept the idea that he'll never get to play the game he loved so passionately.
Will you probably watch some rugby league?
But recently, he stumbled across something unexpected, and it's reigniting his childhood dream.
So he just jogs in and he just comes in and swamps him. He's actually got an artificial leg.
Wow.
So I was just checking my Facebook page one day and I was watching league highlights. And then I watched it a bit closer and I realised it was Physical Disability Rugby League. Didn't even actually believe they would allow full contact rugby league to be a thing with disability. Yeah, I was just blown away, like that's not so watered down. It's another good one too. Yeah, that's what really got me, was the physicality, like, I'm really keen, man.
Hello, Sandra speaking.
Hi Sandra, it's Daley Manu here.
Daley's discovered a physical disability rugby league team based in Auckland and is keen to see if he can try out for it.
I mean, we have players from around the country, and we train most Sundays.
Do I need any pre-experience or anything to join or to participate?
No, just as long as you've got have you got a disability?
Yeah, I was born with cerebral palsy.
Yep. Have you played sports before?
No, not practically.
It's all good. You don't need to have played sports before. Just because of disability, you don't normally get a chance to play sports anyway. So.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'm keen for the physicality of it. I've actually just seen a clip of one of the boys smashing someone from Aussie, so that's what did it for me.
Yeah, some of our guys love it, eh? They just love getting out there and getting smashed.
Yeah, well, that's me. I'm keen as.
Oh, fantastic. Exciting. You'll love it.
Oh, that's so cool. So that's babe, we're off to Auckland.
Daley is going to put his body on the line for his dream.
Oh, what a lovely day. I've learnt that life's only short, like that famous saying. I've got a disability, but I'm here.
35-year-old Matthew has a rare degenerative condition called Charcot-Marie tooth disease. CMT is slowly killing the nerves in his limbs and wasting away his muscles.
The good thing is I'm keeping active. But when I'm 40, 45, then the likelihood of me being in a wheelchair is very high.
Matthew lives with his dad, Graeme, and is his caregiver.
Oh, that's not too bad. Normally the tide's out a bit more than that, but that's okay. Thank you.
That's okay.
Thank you.
Would you like anything else, sir?
No, I'm very good, thank you.
Graeme also has CMT, but it's much more advanced.
My advice for Matthew is to keep fighting, and he does. And I think he will be able to stay out of the wheelchair a lot longer than I did. Why are you being so nice all of a sudden, Matthew?
Because you're my dad.
Graeme had 3 kids before he was diagnosed with CMT, and both of his sons inherited the disease.
He's my son, but he's my best friend as well.
He's going to make me cry now.
Do you want my handkerchief?
Even though the men thoroughly enjoy each other's company, nothing would make Graeme happier than to see Matthew fall in love.
I'd love Matt to find someone, but I understand it could be quite difficult. It's definitely a bit of a stigma when you've got something and it's a chance you're going to pass it on, hereditary. It narrows the field down.
Nearly 36, I haven't been avoiding it, I just haven't. It hasn't really been a thing in my life, and I like to look after my dad, and that's what I've always been.
Both men are sports nuts, and one of their favourites is horse racing.
Can't you smell the horses? My favourite hobby.
Graeme picks the horses and Matthew places the bets.
It's too hard for him to do it, so that's why I do it. It's just easier. All for Dad. They're all for Dad. Who's going to win tonight? Dad, who's going to win tonight?
Hey?
In recent years, Graeme's health has greatly deteriorated. He's now wheelchair-bound and has started to lose his hearing and his vision.
A year and a half ago, we decided that because of his condition with his eyes, he's only got one eye, and his hearing is deteriorating day by day. We've got a bucket list, and there's quite a few things we've already done. We're in the Endeavour in Sydney. Yeah, this was one of Dad's things that he wants to do on his bucket list, so yeah. Last year we went to the NRL Grand Final. Oh, there we go.
Yep, good, eh?
We also went to the New Zealand Trotting Cup.
But Graeme has added another item to his bucket list.
I've been told that I need to find companionship.
Back in Tokoroa, die-hard league fan Daley is doing the hard yards. He's only got 3 days until he tries out for the physical disability rugby league team.
I've learnt just some jogging drills from just some tips off YouTube and stuff, but you're mostly winging it. Yeah, but as long as the heart's pumping and the sweat's dripping, yeah. It's a bit of mentality too. Got to have that mentality to be prepared to get hit. If I get a big hit done on me, it'll be like earning stripes, really. Yeah.
But a big hit will put huge stress on Daley's body, which has already endured years of strain.
When I was younger, I used to struggle to walk. I'd fall over easy and stuff like that. I think I've had 3 surgeries, I think. I can't remember, I was too young. Then my latest surgery, I was like my late teens, like 17, 18. My bone was like twisting as I was growing, so they cut my like shin in half and like separated it, put my foot straight. So I had to like pretty much learn how to walk like 3 times in my life with kind of like a different set of like legs. Like it was all I knew really, so I just had to do it. Yeah.
It must take a lot to go through, and that I dug that for someone that was strong enough to be in a society that we're in and not and can hold himself up and be that person. But I just remember it just being cute, and I still think it's cute, so I dig it.
Daley and Cecilia, a former bikini model, have known each other since they were kids, although a lot has changed since then.
I was a lot different baby.
Very different. How do I put it? Street kid.
I was a hoodlum.
Yeah, he really was. But I was very goody two-shoes in school, and he was very street hoodlum kid, so we were 2 very complete different people. And here we are. Yeah.
Today, Daley gets to try out for a full-contact rugby league team. And nervous Cecilia has taken the day off work to support him as he has never played sport before.
Daley!
Hey, nice to meet you.
How are you?
Team founder Sandra Hickey will decide if he makes the grade and can join the team.
Is this your partner?
Yeah, this is Celia.
Hey, nice to meet you.
This is our boy McGregor. Say hi, Bubba.
Daley.
Kisses.
Exciting.
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah, very excited.
Cool.
Scared, but excited.
You'll be fine. There's a couple of other new ones as well. But I'll introduce you to everybody else. It's Phil over here. He's played both our internationals.
Yeah. Hey, mate, nice to meet you. Daley.
All right.
Hey, brother. I watch you guys on YouTube.
How fit are you, brother?
Oh, but I'm fit up.
He's like all these guys that are wanting to get involved, and he just wants to be part of, the normie life.
When you're ready, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Cross.
Guys, I'm gonna spew, I bet you.
Okay, let's go.
After a grueling warm-up, the game begins.
Everyone's pushing each other past their limits, which was cool.
Up together. Up. Good D.
Yeah, well, he wants to get tackled too, apparently, so...
I've got right!
It's up to him. They do sign a waiver that that's what they've chosen to do.
Get up, who's got them?
But it's not long before disaster strikes.
I think he might have rolled his ankle a bit, maybe. We just taped it, so hopefully that's not going to go into anything bigger.
No, it's all good. Just my ankle's playing up a bit, so it's holding me back a little bit. But no, it's all right.
Daley's resilience has proven he's a hard man on the pitch.
Daley, awesome. Thank you for coming all this way up today. I hope you enjoyed it,
Yeah. Well done, Daley.
He's made it into the team.
The team seems real tight, eh? Like a brotherhood, like a team should be. That was like just a thought weeks ago, eh? Now it's gonna actually happen.
Daley nailed the tryouts, but can he survive his first game?
Pumped as.
The Lunatics are gathering in Auckland for band practice.
Willy Wanker!
15-year-old Annalise has travelled from Christchurch to spend the weekend with her bandmates who all have Tourette's. So it's also a chance to hang out with friends who get her more than most.
Most of my tics are jaw focused and stuff. Yeah. So I still, like, when I'm eating something, quite often it'll lock up and I have to go like that to get it to move again.
Well, the mouth tic, I throw my head back. I go like that.
I do head roll, I go that with my face, I do that with my fingers. That's annoying when I'm playing guitar.
Oh,
that
yeah.
happens. I do that with my arm. So
I like your titties.
It's quite nice around other people with Tourette's because they tend to just ignore your tics and unless they're hilarious, like the titty one. That's quite funny. I can't not ignore that.
It's not fun. It's really not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's really painful.
Yeah.
It's so physically draining, you know?
If I could stop having Tourette's right now, I would.
Sorry, okay. Cut.
Annalise never had any friends, and so she never had play dates. She never left the house. And other kids would go to birthday parties, or they'd have sleepovers, or they'd go to a friend's house for the afternoon, and we never ever had that until a year ago.
The Lunatics met through the Tourette's Association, which was set up by Annalise's mum, Robin.
So all of a sudden they were normal kids doing normal kid things, and that's just been in the band.
I'm 16 and I think I know what's best for me, but I know.
They just gel over this shared disability and music. It's just a beautiful bond, it really is.
Do you remember the one we did in Christchurch?
Yeah.
Okay, you should do it now.
Okay,
Before minutes from my light, everything was black and white. When you left me in the past, my time stopped and yours went fast.
Is that the chorus?
That's it, yeah.
The Lunatics are gearing up for a Tourette's benefit concert called Brainwaves, happening in Christchurch in 5 months' time. It'll be their first gig in front of a paying crowd.
We've only got one more rehearsal between now and the gig, so we might need to sort of make the most of the time we've got together. We've got one more rehearsal after this, so...
Shit, really?
Yeah, really. So
oh, crap.
Yeah. Off you go.
Look at me and look at you. What do you see? What would you do? Put yourself in my shoes. How much have you got to lose?
I can't see Annalise having a normal 9-to-5 job. She will never be able to sit at a desk. She'll never be able to stay in one room. There's too much going on in her head and her body. I think music will be a really good dynamic for her. I really can't see her doing anything else, to be perfectly honest. I really can't.
It's going to be cool, Les. Do you think there's going to be a fair amount of people?
I think I'm pretty confident we'll sell it out. So
Yeah.
it's 1,300 people, so I'm really looking forward to it.
You know what I hate about Tourette's?
What's that?
Well, you always feel like it fake, when I was getting diagnosed as well, the lady that was asking me all these questions about Tourette's, and my tics just ramped up, and so I felt like I was faking it to try and get her to say something, but I like you're so not.
Yeah.
Just anytime it's mentioned, your tics get worse.
A lot of people also think that when they're talking about Tourette's that you're faking it when you're actually ticking.
Yeah.
It's no, I'm only ticking because you told me about it, so now I'm gonna start ticking again.
Yeah.
It's it's not fake. It hurts. Tourette's hurts, so why would you want to fake the tics?
Yeah. But it's the thing with Tourette's, it's very suggestive.
Yeah.
So it's very reflective of the situation you're in. So you see Annalise tick, you just copy her tics, and then if I start talking about tics, she'll start to tick.
Yeah.
After a lifetime of singledom, Matthew wants to meet the woman of his dreams.
Oh, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm good.
So today he's meeting with a professional matchmaker.
So very painless. We just sit here and chat.
Yep.
And I just take notes while we talk.
Yep.
So tell me a bit about yourself, Matthew. You just turned 36.
Yes, I know.
So what sort of age group do you want me to look at?
Between 30 and 30 to some 40s.
30 to 40?
Yep.
So you're 36. Would you go to 28?
Yep.
Yep. So we'll look at 28. Would you like to have children in the future?
Yep.
Yep.
But they've also got to be very family orientated.
Yep.
Family, really into sports, and just communicating and good talker.
Good communicator.
Oh, and a good listener.
Good communicator. Ethnicity, are you attracted to women of all different ethnicities?
Any.
Yep. How would you feel if they also had a disability?
Fine.
Doesn't worry you at all?
No.
Have you had any experiences like that in the past?
Only friends.
Yep.
Yep.
And it doesn't worry you at all?
No. My number one is family. It's got to be family first.
Yep.
Then sport.
He's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, honestly, if you had not told me that he had a disability, I honestly wouldn't have known. He's good looking, he's chatty, he's confident. As long as I'm straight up with the people that I'm going to introduce him to that he does have a disability, then they know going forward what they're getting themselves into. And I have clients on the book that I don't think that'll be a problem for.
When it comes to dating, I've always been sitting on the sideline. And I don't want to stay there. And I will try anything, because I'm not getting any younger. Okay, so we're going to have green going this way, blue going this way.
Aside from looking after his dad, Sports Mad Matthew also works as a basketball referee, which is a way to get off the sidelines and amongst the action.
Yeah, good work. I've been refereeing basketball since I was 20. The reason why I started refereeing is because when I was playing, I didn't get much of a fair go. I was sitting on the bench a lot, and I thought, what's the next best thing to do, and keeps me fit.
Staying active is a crucial way to deter the eventual onset of Matthew's degenerative muscle wasting condition, CMT. But a couple of years back, Matthew suffered another setback when he was involved in a serious car crash that left him with a traumatic brain injury.
I was going with family to the races. We were coming to a roundabout. I was in the back seat with the lap ladder on, and my head went forward and hit the roof. 15 minutes prior to the accident, and the next 5 days, I don't remember anything. I've tried to remember, but I don't. The next time I can remember is I woke up at the hospital in West Auckland. I believe I'm still Matthew. However, I had to learn to talk, walk and talk again, and for me that was quite hard. After 2 weeks, I started talking again, and I was able to get in a wheelchair. After another 2 weeks, I was able to walk by myself with a walking stick. Likelihood very high that one day I'll end up in a wheelchair, but I can't do anything about it. It's just life. How are you?
Great, thank you very much for asking. How about you? The bang on the head did affect him, but I don't think it's changed his personality. But the one thing that's worried me the last 18 months a little bit is Matthew is so wrapped up in me, his basketball, that he just hasn't been interested in anybody else, which of course it's his choice, but everybody keeps saying he's a nice outgoing boy and he'd be a good catch for someone because he cares. I think it's fantastic that he's going to be dating, because I'm really concerned that one day I'm not going to be here and it's going to leave one hell of a hole for Matthew. And I'd like him to get in a relationship. It'll be great.
But is Matthew ready to give up his comfortable life for the roller coaster world of dating?
See, up. Push your line.
32-year-old Daley from Tokoroa dreams of playing full contact league despite having cerebral palsy. Today, he's tackling his fitness.
Keep the line, keep the line. Oh.
He's been training hard for the past 6 weeks with mate Demois from the Pacific Sharks.
First training, he probably only lasted about half an hour. He's all right. I had him spewing his guts out. Hold, set, up.
I just want to be really fit, so that when I go back to Auckland and that, the boys don't have to wait for me and stuff like that. Like, a couple of the trainings I've been right at the back and just a bit fatigued, but also I rolled my ankle. My condition's not 100% all the time, so it's quite easy to hurt it again or whatever, because it's not as strong as it could be.
Nice. Let's go, let's go.
come a long way this fella. There should be a special way to train with him, but I told him, you know, just do what you can do. But if you think that you can push further, then push further.
Demois is also backing Daley's dream of playing full contact league instead of just touch.
I'll sussed out some tackling bag. Just so you can get some contact in there. So you're going to be tackling, eh?
Yeah.
Tackling. He goes, oh, you know, you don't have to tackle, you touch. And I go, come on, bro, everyone took it off. You can handle that. This is home of the hearty. Well, that's what we call it anyways.
Check.
Because of his injury in the first game, Daley's partner Cecilia is keen for him to get some expert help with his training from a qualified physiotherapist.
Good boy.
So today he's meeting with Vicky Stewart-Jones, who's worked with some of New Zealand's most successful sports stars, including members of the All Blacks, Silver Ferns and the All Whites.
He's not actually getting anything out of the exercise at all, apart from throwing himself onto the ground and managing to get back up, which is admirable, but doesn't really build a particularly good movement pattern that will take him anywhere. The training that he's been doing so far won't actually make him into a better rugby player or a runner. So he needs to do very specific exercises that target his particular difficulties. I've been looking at some videos of you running on the pitch, and you can really see that your big issue is how you transfer weight from leg to leg, but also how you hold your body stable. So there's an awful lot of play in your body as you run around.
Definitely don't know how to use my core properly because I've never had to really use it. Anyway.
So today's your day for that. We're just going to walk up and down here. All right, that's all you're going to do. Nothing terribly complicated. And just see if you can have a walk and feel tall and strong and steady. This is sturdy. Because it's very hard for him to stabilise through his hips, he does way too much movement around his upper body, which makes his low back really vulnerable. Yes, do the walk, yes. Sturdy, sturdy, tall. Walking through your hip joints. That's superb, well done. We're now going to do the fine art of standing on one leg. Yeah, good luck. Really clench your left buttock. Make sure you're stable on your foot. Flick that back, that's the right idea. Yes, and again. Good. He clearly finds it extraordinarily difficult to move through his ankles and feet. So again, he gets way too much play around his hips and his spine.
After her session with Daley, Vicky is increasingly concerned about his desire to play full contact league rather than just touch.
I really don't think he should be in the tackling. I really don't. I respect the fact that he would like to be being tackled. He can't balance on one leg, so if you can't do that and somebody bumps you from one side, the challenge for his body to remain upright or to tackle back is really quite out there. He's already got a vulnerable lower back, so if he pushed himself too hard or somebody landed on him, he could hurt his back quite badly. You know, to push yourself hard, that's great, but you still have a responsibility to the other people that depend on you.
Running, running, running. Daddy's coming. Oh, stand up. Come on.
Daley's reeling at the news that he shouldn't play contact league.
Kick it.
But he knows what's at stake. A serious injury would threaten his role as a stay-at-home dad.
Put everything in perspective, eh? Like we started living life once we had baby.
Yeah, come on.
It gives a real meaning to life, eh? Like as cheesy as it sounds, but it does. For me, anyway. He's my nice.
He's just a really amazing father. He really is. And I've seen him grow. I want him to succeed as far as he can with his dream. But he has to go through life with the condition that he has, and imagine making that a lot worse.
Daley will have to decide family life or rugby league. In West Auckland, Matthew's dreaming of meeting someone special. And just in is some news from a dating agency.
Oh, Dad, guess what?
What have you got?
Her name is Katie.
Yeah?
She hasn't been married, and she doesn't have children.
Doesn't have children?
Yeah. And she's got a diploma in mental health support and is currently a counsellor. Her passion is horse riding, camping, swimming and socialising with friends. She is very close to her family. She enjoys going to the theatre and seeing musicals.
Is there a photo of her?
No, there isn't, sorry.
Oh, okay.
All I've got is her details. She is a lovely, larger, curvy woman. There's no harm in meeting her.
Good.
And then, yeah. But I won't meet her here. I'll meet her at an outside location.
Why is that?
Because it's got to be one-on-one.
Oh, okay.
Not two-on-one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
I've got her number, so what I'm going to do is just text her and we'll go from there. Okay. So, a message. So I'm just going to say, hello, Katie, it's Matthew here. How can I be, I don't want to be mean, I want to be, nice about it. So, it's Matthew here. I am interested in, I would like to meet up with you. Thanks, Matthew. I've sent it now. It's been delivered.
All aspiring pop stars need to be confident playing an instrument. 15-year-old Annalise knows that if she wants to overcome her Tourette's syndrome, she needs to be able to play the songs she writes. Today, she's hoping that a guitar lesson will give her that extra boost.
It's going to be real important for your songwriting because it will allow you to know the chords and I'll show you how chords resolve as well.
If I want to do gigs and stuff, I can't call the band down every time I want to do a gig, so I guess it's just easier to play guitar myself. Let's just see. If I want to get somewhere with my music, I can't just sing it. I'm a singer-songwriter, so I play the guitar as well.
Learning guitar is a way of taking back control and boosting her self-esteem. To cope with being on stage, she has to do the work to overcome past trauma.
I was bullied my entire childhood in primary school, and I was judged for not being good enough. So now I'm kind of well, I'm not confident enough to get up on the stage because people are going to judge me for that.
But tonight, Annalise is forcing herself to conquer her fears and make her public debut as a solo artist.
Hi.
Hi there.
I'm Annalise. Nice to meet you.
Hiya. Have you worked with PA
Kind of.
on stage stuff?
But not really.
Don't matter. We'll set everything up for you, and I'll give you an idea. This is a place to relax.
Okay.
Chill.
Oh, I don't know how to relax.
It'll be fine. No
Okay,
worries.
perfect. It's more me forgetting my words that I'm worried about. I'll just make them up. No one else will know.
Do you have words with you?
I do on my phone, but it's mostly just the second verse that I forget. I know everything else except the second verse.
She's more than a little scared, and this is inflaming her Tourette's.
I'm getting nervous now. You right, love? Apparently I'm a dog now.
You're a dog now.
I'm doing one original. It's called Uncomfortable Couch. They're kind of like songs about crushes. I've never been in love, so I don't know what it's like, but they're kind of just crushes, Crushes suck.
Do Imaginary Friend as well.
Maybe.
I think you'd need two, Annalise.
Maybe.
2 songs isn't enough. Remember your words.
Don't say that, Mom. Gosh. I hope I can just get up there and not be nervous. I hope I don't choke. That's just what I hope for. Take it.
We have a new visitor to our open mic, so I would like a special open mic support and welcome to Annalise. She's going to come up and entertain you. Wait!
Okay, well, Okay, I can't.
Next time on Unbreakable, Daley gets smashed.
What's the order of the song?
Annalise gets her hopes up.
I'm like sitting with her. There's music, people coming, there's recording artists, there's talent agencies, and it's like, this could be my big break, you know?
And right here is my inner sanctum. It's where I am, as you might call it, jack into the internet.
And we meet Hunter as he searches for his dream job.
My dream is to create world-changing video games. You know, interactive narratives that convey messages to everyone in the world. Who buys them, of course.